We got day 7 of RPG a Day Challenge for 2018, and the heading is, how can a GM make the world more believable or more in-depth or something to that effect? How can we sell it to our players? And it's kind of irony, I suppose, that I got called in on this particular job this morning. This place here is a reoccurring theme in my life. Over the last year and a half, it was a restaurant called Papa Kern's, and Papa moved to his location to down by the fairgrounds. Now there's a new place coming in here called Sir's Kitchen. So they called us up asking for service, and of course I'm waiting for somebody to show up, whether it's my boss or the owners or all of them, to figure out what we're doing here. But going back into wheels inside of wheels, or the continuarity, or that conformity of the comfort of common ground once covered, is the fact that if you go back to 1980s, 84, 85 specifically, this here used to be a Pizza Hut. It used to be called Pizza Hut on Hilltop. You can see the place across the street still called Hilltop, although by that it used to be called Holt Tire Service. And this used to be the Hilltop Pizza Hut. I started out here when I was 16 years old and washing dishes, and I worked here until I graduated high school. And I made what back then was considered a prep cook, a dough master, which was, I don't know, a bunch of crazy stuff. Anyway, the familiarity of this place. And I told that to the previous owners, and I'll probably tell it to the new owners, that, 100,000 years ago, I once worked here as a young lad. And here I am, 30-odd years later, servicing restaurants who were in the same location. So things continue. And as a GM, one of the ways I've always tried to make things more palatable for my players, especially long-term groups and repeat players, is to use familiarity of the locations and my campaign worlds. So I have a couple favorite campaign worlds I've worked on off and on over the years. I've kept my notes on them, my maps on them, and I utilize those. Whether the new campaign is set in an entirely different section of that particular world or not, the fact of the matter is I use these as my go-tos. It's like my ready-mades. I got a couple ready-mades. Star Wars is self-explanatory. You don't really need to make a brand new campaign world for Star Wars. So there's a familiarity there for everybody involved. I like Judges Guild because it's very archaic and old and reminds me of Conan the Barbarian kind of stuff. And I've used it for those kind of settings as well. So one of those things that you can do as a GM, in my opinion, is to create some familiar ground for your players. And even if new players come along or a new group comes along and you're using stuff that's familiar to you as a GM, it makes it easier for you to roll with it, to world build per se, because you're building upon existing foundations of things that you've already constructed or you've already become well enamored with. So you've already bought into the story or the campaign world or the game story that's going to be set in that world, and it's easier for you to sell it to your players, in my opinion. Of course, that's just one way of many, and that's one of the whole reasons of doing these videos and having such a wide range of people do their versions, is to give us all insight and ideas and concepts on things that we may not see from our own perspective. And I applaud this particular forum that we've been doing. I was involved last year, and I felt honored to do so, and I'm once again honored to do so again this year. And like I said, there's no reason to not share your experiences and your beliefs. And in this case, my belief is that McDonald's has got it right. No matter where you go in the world, no matter what the menu of the local cuisine says, McDonald's is always going to offer a number of staples, except normal, regular food staple items that are consistent worldwide. They're always going to offer those items, because where you go, no matter where you are, no matter how foreign the land seems, you expect to find a burger and a fry and a milkshake at McDonald's. I'm just saying. Now there's some downsides, and I'm sure there's plenty of folks out there who will go, and hey, you're all entitled to that. Yeah, we all entitled to our opinions. And you don't like the way that philosophy is, or that view is, or what have you, A-okay with me. Because frankly, I don't care what you think. Because I don't expect you to, care what I think. Because that's how the world works, right? We're not supposed to. We're supposed to do that lip service of how we're all in this together and we all are beneficial, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't always work out that way. It is what it is. This is the Fab Man from a increasingly growing humid day in the Midlands of America, which is about as familiar as it gets for a majority of us.